Live on this football Sunday. Good to be back. It's been a couple of weeks. No more Europe games, no more early games. So we're back Sunday mornings. We got Thanksgiving coming up this week. So maybe a lot of you are traveling or out of work this week or whatever. So if you are, congrats. If you're not, that sucks. But are you out of work this whole week? Or are you working, Brian?
No, yeah, I'm working. The college doesn't close. Even if it did, I'd still work. Like I get Thursday, Friday off, but
Yeah.
we don't close for the week of Thanksgiving. Not typically,
Yeah.
anyways. It's happened in the past, but staff don't get no break.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember a school like you didn't get that Wednesday off, but a lot of teachers would like, oh yeah, we're no class this Wednesday, to allow people to travel back home and stuff. A little bit different, I guess, at a junior college than a university. But anyways, we'll get to these questions here. We got Pokey Varsity. We never figured out if he's talking about the food or Pokemon. But Pokey Varsity saying good morning to you, or afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Watson or Tucker at flex. So Christian Watson or Trey Tucker at flex. I don't know if the format matters too much here. I'm probably going to go Christian Watson, though.
Interesting. I kind of thought you were going to go the other way.
I'm a little bit worried about the Cleveland matchup.
Wait, for the Bucks are playing the Rams.
We're talking about Christian Watson and Trey Tucker, right?
Oh, I was reading it as Sean Tucker.
Oh, yeah. If it's Sean Tucker, I'm going Sean Tucker.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I missed the Trey Tucker thing.
I just went Trey because it's I don't know. I feel like
because it's receiver.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think there's a debate between Tucker and Christian Watson. I mean, maybe there is for some people, but not for me, I guess. I guess there might be. Who is it, Pokey? It's Sean Tucker. Okay. So I'll go Sean Tucker. I shouldn't have said there isn't a debate. I don't think it's like a lock that Sean Tucker's better. He says PPR, I believe, right here. So
yeah. Which I don't think that really changes very much.
Yeah. So you're Sean Tucker as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. Encouraging workload, taking over the backfield, still no Bucky. So,
Yep.
Who do you think has the higher ceiling? It's probably Watson, right?
I'd say Sean Tucker. I mean, we saw his ceiling of 100 total yards and 2 touchdowns and
140 last week.
Yeah. So
and 3 touchdowns actually.
3 touchdowns. Yeah. So that, I mean, I'd have to go with Tucker.
Yeah.
There.
Fair enough. He still played less snaps than White last week, but obviously still kind of was the dude who took over.
Yeah. I need to also check through my rosters because I haven't really done it too much here. Would you go Alec Pierce or Parker Washington? Wait, what happened to? Oh, I am starting Michael Pittman in that league.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where are you seeing this question?
No, this is mine. Yeah. Or Jerry Jeudy, Parker Washington, Alec Pierce, Andre Yoshibas. Who you starting?
I'm kind of digging Alec Pierce just based on like what he's done the last 4 weeks, you know, like not necessarily like huge games, but like he's playing the majority of the snaps. They're playing Kansas City, so it's probably going to be a throwing game for Daniel Jones. So, and Parker Washington, you know, we saw him kind of disappear last week in a blowout too. Lawrence threw the ball. I guess he only threw it 22 times last week, but you know, Parker Washington only had 2 targets, so it's not exactly what we thought. Brenton Strange is back, so a little more competition there. So I think Alec Pierce has a more locked up role, even though you are starting his teammate.
What about then like Judy, Parker Washington, Tez Johnson, those guys?
I think I'm going to avoid Tez just because Godwin's going to play, even though they say he will be on a snap count. Okay. Man, is it Jerry Judy?
I just need to basically bench one of those. So I was thinking of benching Tez as well.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
There we go. And Marvin staying on brand. Go Brissett, huge sucks. Best of luck to you, J-Dabs. Who'd you sit from these 3? Judkins, ETN, or Warren? Sucks that you have to sit one. He does say PPR. So we have Judkins, Warren, and ETN. I feel like it's Judkins for me, only because I feel like he has the biggest bust potential of the 3. So yeah, I mean he can catch passes, obviously, but he can also like, you know, is this right? No, that's not right. Let me pull up this real quick. In 3 of his last 5 games, he's had 0 catches, and then he had 2 and 3 in the other 2. So like he can give you 2. You're happy with 2, essentially. And I just think that game has the biggest can get out of hand potential there, you know. So I think I'm benching Judkins too. What about you?
Yeah, I don't disagree with the process. Everything you said, like I think that's right. Like I'm definitely starting ETN. Warren's like he's closer to Judkins, I would say. But are you worried about Jaylen Warren's involvement in the passing game with Mason Rudolph?
Not really.
I know it's been a while since we really got to see him play, so it's kind of hard to remember. Good old Rudolph.
Yeah. I mean, I expect 2 to 3 catches from Warren each week, and that's basically what you've gotten. So,
fair enough.
It's not like he's like overly, you know, it's not like he's getting 5 target catches a game with Rodgers. It's kind of like standard starting running back type of stuff.
Yeah.
So, Watson or Addison? So Christian Watson or Jordan Addison? Which way are you going there?
What's Addison been up to? Yeah, same game too, right?
Yep.
That should be interesting. I'm probably gonna go Addison. I mean, they kind of have a similar profile, except for Addison's more involved. Like he's a better guarantee. Let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. He's not guaranteed, but he's a better guarantee for his role in the offense. Divisional game, so we expect some points to be thrown up there. So I'm going to go Addison, but they both have that huge, 40-yard touchdown capability on any given play.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll lean Addison there.
Yeah, I think I'd probably lean Addison too. It really is a coin flip, though. I'd probably say go with who you think is going to score more points in that matchup, and that could be like the tiebreaker. So, yeah, I think that's the way I'd go there. I assume Trey Tucker as well. Yeah. It just tend to do that when it's the same position. Starting Tyler Warren What's up?
There was a few questions back at the top before you jumped on. I don't know. I feel like we skipped them. I can read them real quick if you can't see them at 8:30 and 8:43. Yeah, there's a couple above Poke Varsity.
No, I don't see them.
Yeah, it's probably because you weren't on yet, and I already was. So Jeff Rogers asked Sean Tucker or Emmanuel Wilson PPR.
Interesting. I guess I'd take a shot at Tucker. Rams defense is tough, you know. So yeah, I'd probably lean Tucker. That's an interesting one, though. Where are you at?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of leaning Emmanuel Wilson, honestly, partially.
Sorry, I meant Wilson too. I don't know why I said Tucker.
Okay,
I meant Wilson. But yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna. The matchup is kind of the tiebreaker for me. Less competition in the backfield, most likely. Obviously, we haven't got to see it yet from Emmanuel Wilson as the starter, like what that's going to look like. And they did they didn't necessarily plan for Jacobs to be out. So I don't know how that affects like what the game script is going to be for them, but I'm going to try. I'll give Emmanuel Wilson the start.
Yeah, I agree there.
And then there's one more. Linsu. I don't know how to say this. But anyways,
is it this one?
It is that name, but it's not that question. They asked Kareem Hunt, or they asked Hunt, which I'm assuming is Kareem Hunt. I better say like I'm just going to read exactly what they said in case I'm missing something. So Hunt or Emmanuel Wilson PPR.
Yeah, I'll go Wilson.
Oh, still, huh?
Yeah.
I was kind of leaning Kareem Hunt. No, Pacheco still.
Yeah.
Probably higher touchdown opportunity, but that's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, with no Pacheco. Did Pacheco play last week?
No, he was going to possibly play this week, but he's not.
So like last 2 weeks, right? Pacheco's missed like week 9 and 11.
The last 2 games, yeah, 9 and 11.
So yeah, like basically what you're looking at for Hunt, like I would say Hunt probably has a little bit safer floor, but he's basically going to give you like 50 total yards and you hope for a touchdown, which he's gotten each of the last 3 weeks. So he has 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games. So I don't know. I think there's a little bit more upside there with Emmanuel Wilson, possibly, but maybe they're just the same player, and you go with who you think has a better touchdown opportunity, and that seems to be Hunt. So I'm fine with that. Is there another one?
No, it was just those 2.
Those 2. Okay. So Lin Su here says, I'm starting Tyler Warren. Would it be unwise to also start Alec Pierce? Other choice would be Watson or Pearsall. If you wanted to pivot to one of those guys, I think they're like all similar enough to where like you can kind of use that as a tiebreaker. I probably would have like in a vacuum have Pierce ahead of all of them, but I don't mind pivoting to Ricky Pearsall or Watson. Pearsall played a lot in his first game back last week, didn't do anything, but he played 75% of the snaps. So that's intriguing. That's encouraging. And we know what Watson's been doing. So I don't mind pivoting if since they're close enough. If you were talking about like, should I pivot from Alec Pierce to like Greg Dortch or something, then I wouldn't worry about starting 2 of the guys on the same offense. But where are you at with that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, we kind of addressed that when we were talking about your lineups, right? Like as far as starting 2 receivers on the same team. So yeah, it's definitely not like the most ideal thing, but I think you can kind of get away with it. But I think I might just you could use it as a tiebreaker and pivot to Watson or Pearsall. Did you say who you would take out of those 2?
I'd probably it's tough because like I'd probably go Pearsall. I know we only have 1 game, but he played a lot, but he didn't do anything, so it's a little bit tougher. decision there, but I think I'd lean Pearsall.
I think I'd give the nod to Watson out of those two, but honestly, I'm fine just starting Alec Pierce.
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm just looking through a couple of these lineups. It's nice when you have teams that you're just like, oh yeah, I'm tanking in this team. You don't have to like put too much effort into the lineup, just like, all right, let me just make sure I don't have any out players for the most part. So Brenton Strange, Otten, or Barner. Brenton Strange, Otten, or Barner. I feel like before Godwin, it was pretty easy. Otten, I think I still probably go with Otten. My next would be Barner, I believe. Strange is back, right? So could be limited. I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to play without the top two receivers on the team. Obviously, Jacoby Myers is there now, which he wasn't last time Strange was on the field. So I'd say he's the riskiest in terms of like what it's going to look like, but he was pretty involved in the offense. Just in general, before he went down with injury. So that is a tough one.
Yeah, I think I'd still lean on.
Fair enough.
Where are fantasy points against tight ends, the Rams? Why is it that way? Rams are 22nd most points allowed, so kind of in the middle where it doesn't matter. Last 4 weeks, they are second most points allowed to tight ends. So maybe there's, maybe they kind of give up the tight end points a little bit there. So,
man, I'm looking through my lineups, and we're playing each other again in Marty's league, and I actually don't have 12 guys to start.
Oof.
Yeah, just so many injuries and bye weeks.
Yeah, that's rough.
Thanks, Keon Coleman, for being not active. That was Thursday, obviously. I guess I do have a 12th guy. It's Elijah Arroyo, since we're talking about Seattle tight ends.
I have Jamar Chase is suspended this week, right?
Yeah.
I have 3 quarterbacks here: Caleb Williams, Flacco, and Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck's projected the most points out of those 3. That's kind of crazy. They're all projected right around 20, but Shuck is technically the most. Do I start Shuck over Flacco?
No.
Even against the Falcons? No, I'm not going to do
that. Why does that matter?
Not going to do that. I don't know. Falcons are kind of tough. Mechie or Demario Douglas? Oh, no, I know who I'm starting over him.
I was actually really surprised that I'm projected to beat you in that league, and I don't think that's happening.
My team Zeus?
No. In Marty's league.
Oh, Marty's league. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't take into account all the return stuff with those projections and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I know. I should probably just add somebody right now.
Yeah, add a returner. Marv said he made a trade 10-team start 9, DK, Hawk, and Marvin for 27th. Third for BTJ and a 20. So 27 first and third. Wait. So BTJ and a 27 first.
Yeah, that's
for
awesome.
Metcalf, Hawk, and Marvin Harrison. You're saying you want the BTJ and the first side?
Yeah, I like that. I like that side.
Yeah. I don't necessarily see it as like a huge win, though. Jury's still out, like Marv versus BTJ.
Yeah. That could definitely swing either way.
Yeah. And then, like Hawk, DK, it is a start 9, so a little bit more shallow. Yeah, I think it's a good trade overall.
That's almost exactly how I was looking at it. Like Marv for BTJ and close. Like it's like, I don't have a strong lead necessarily. And the 27th first for DK and Hawkinson.
Yeah.
The third's whatever, like it's fine.
Projected 101 this year. Okay, so you're projected to be the 101. Then I offered my first and a second in Shador for Marv and got him back. So you offered your first and second in Shador for Marv and got him back. So you made the trade and then you sent your first and second.
Wait a second. You sent the projected 101, and I'm assuming the 201 also for Marv.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I don't know if I would have done that if you think it's going to be the 101.
Yeah, I would have just held, especially
yeah.
I would have kept the points off the team, I guess, and then see what else I could get for that 101.
Yeah. Do I have someone else in here? I think that's okay. Yes, drop the like for us, guys. We appreciate it if you do. K Space says pick one: Dobbs, Booty, Godwin, full PPR. Probably Dobbs is my first lean there. So yeah, I think I'll go Dobbs.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Like first glance, I was trying to look up Kayshon Boutte. Yeah, I was like, I feel like he's been out for a while, but it's been only a couple of weeks, but really 3 games. Like he didn't play much before then. Yeah, it's gonna be Dobbs for the PPR. Like I think Godwin is interesting, but we just got to see what he's gonna do first. Mm-hmm. Like they're gonna keep him on a snap count, supposedly. I don't know. Sometimes we hear that, and I don't know. They definitely need him to be healthy, so they're not just going to throw him out there 80% of the time, most likely. But it is a tough game, and they've lost the last 2. They've lost 3 out of the last 4. They've had like a tough slate of games. With Buffalo, New England, and then Detroit back in week 7.
Yeah,
so Bucs need to pick it up.
Yes,
but they have an easier schedule towards the end, so I'm a little hopeful still.
Panthers are right on their tail. So we're on Dobbs here.
They got to play them twice, so that'll knock them out of contention.
If they win,
it will happen.
So I'm just checking this league here real quick because it's like a dead league, anyways. I'm leaning and Rams are weakest at the tight end position. Yeah. Yep. I think we came to that conclusion there. So start 2 here. We got ETN, Swift, Judkins. Worried about Tootin. Worried that the Browns will suck. Worried Swift will get vultured. Okay, so you're worried about all of them. I would go Swift and ETN.
Yeah.
They're all right there, I would say. My biggest fear, I'm not super worried about Tootin. He's going to have his role, and he's going to do what he does. He's going to play 25, 30% of the snaps or so. I don't think he's going to get like 15 carries like he did last week. It was just a game where they were blowing out the Chargers, and they were able to do that. ETN's still going to get his 15 touches. We'll see what he does with it, but he's going to get his 15 plus touches, maybe even closer to 20. And I still like Swift as well. He might get vultured, but he can catch passes. And my biggest fear out of those all year fears is Judkins. So, and the Browns sucking and the blowout and stuff. So, all right, Marv, what happened? You're thinking I need to move Shaheed and Njoku next, hopefully trade up for a player or one. That's fine. I think Marv was worth the 27-101. I traded my person 1 for the 110.
I think he's saying my personal.
My opponent was projected 101. So you swap first, an early first for a late first after all. Okay. Yeah, I think I would I don't know exactly how it all shaked out and like what trades, the trades you made and what did you trade and what did you get in the end of all your trades? I don't think Marv is worth the 27-101 though. First of all, we don't know the 101s at all. Like we can't predict that right now. It's too early, even though there's some dog shit teams or something, you never know. The 27 class is going to be insane, most likely. So I don't think Marv is worth it right now, but that could change in a month, right? That could change in January if Marv kind of goes on a tear here. So and it is definitely possible. But I think where we're at right now with Marv, I don't think he's worth the 101. But sometimes you have to make those trades, and you think that player is going to be worth more than the 101 and stuff. So,
that gets back to our Friday conversation about conviction. I like it. Marv's got it.
Oh man. I'm just looking at this team. It like auto started Jalen McMillan. I'm just like, why did he do that? And then I'm looking, and it's like I have like no one else. I have to start.
Even off of IR.
No. So I have to start either Tommy Tremble. It is a tight end premium league. Savion Williams, Arian Smith, or Keaton Mitchell.
Yeah, I guess it's Tommy Tremble because he's the most likely not to get 0, I guess.
Yeah, it's tough.
I'm trying to figure out who to drop in this league. Did I drop Darren Waller or Elijah Arroyo?
In redraft?
Dynasty.
No, don't drop Arroyo.
Yeah, I don't want to, but
drop Waller. Is Waller? I mean, he's still in the IR, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just drop Waller.
I guess.
I mean, is he even coming back? Like, is there even news about him? Like, he just kind of like got hurt and disappeared. Like, yeah, he had 2 games where I caught some touchdowns and see ya.
But he was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have similar points scored, which is funny because Waller played 3 games and Elijah Arroyo's played all of them. And they're only like a point apart in what they actually scored.
Yeah. Time to put my boy Miles Price in. My boy Miles Price. Yeah, I think that's good. I saw DK and Hawkin third for BTJ in the 101 for Mar projected. Then I offered my projected Lake Bix and Shador for Mar back. We swapped first almost early first for late after all. Hawk DK 27 first late and Shador and a second, and you got BTJ. Okay, so you got Marv. Yeah, no, I think if you got BTJ an early 27 first in Marv for Hawk DK, a late 27 first Shador, and no, you won that trade then.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, just wasn't sure how it all worked out there in the end. All right, let me check Dad's teams real quick. I think I already said it, but I'm just going to double check here. Any
I've got a few. Ferguson or Kelsey?
I'll go Kelsey, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of where I was leaning.
Tight end premium?
No, home dynasty. So half PPR. Yeah, it's kind of where I was at, but I don't know. I'm still waxing and waning. Cooper Kupp or Rachaad White? I think it's Rachaad White.
Yeah, I guess.
Still played
love either
54. One. Yeah, well, me neither. Those are literally that might be Poseidon or Zeus. I don't know. And then I think this one's a lot easier. Kyle Pitts or Jordan Mason?
Pitts.
Yeah.
Tight end. You said it's in Poseidon, so tight end premium.
That one's not tight end premium. It's just PPR.
Yeah, I'd still go Pitts.
Yeah.
All right, so Dad's lowest is 11.12.
Yeah, I got to. I got to check Dad's. I know he's got guys that are out in home dynasty.
So Jacoby Myers is projected more than Alec Pierce. Okay. I think we're good there. Preston says Chase Brown, Kyron, or Roman Dunze. Man, we're all struggling to start Rachaad White or Cooper Kupp, and you're benching. you're benching all of these. That's rough.
I haven't had to make a decision like that in a while.
My gut is a Dunze. I mean, maybe Chase Brown with the match. No,
yeah.
Bench him. You have to bench two of these guys. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm starting Kyren, I think. To me, it's Kyren or Chase Brown.
Yeah, I was trying to decide which one I liked better too. Probably, I'm probably going to start Kyren.
Yeah. What are the Patriots? Aren't they pretty good against running backs? Let's see here. Patriots are the second worst matchup for running backs over the season and the worst over the last 4 weeks. And that's who Chase Brown's playing. Yeah, I'm going Kyren.
Bam. And the second part, Mark Andrews or Jake Ferguson. I'm going Ferguson.
Yeah.
You on the Mark Andrews side?
I mean, definitely better matchup for Andrews, right? Oh, geez. Rip lips. You're too kind. Sorry, I got distracted by Rip lips' message there. Yeah, it's a coin flip, but I'd probably go Andrews, to be honest. But it's kind of a coin flip. Rip Lips here, just super generous, donating $50. And grab your coffee, check your lineups, and let's ride this victory road together like a bunch of fantasy degenerates, chasing glory and waiver wire dreams. Let's get it. Doesn't even have a question. He's just dropping $50 for us. So appreciate you, Rip Lips, as always. I know a lot of our normal off-season listeners, I feel like, are a lot busier during the season, and it's good to see you guys as always. And I don't think we're playing each other in Zeus because we played each other a couple of weeks ago, but I think we're fighting for seeding a little bit, right? There's kind of a battle for the in Zeus for the second seed there. Cass basically has the number 1 seed locked up, but there's a battle going on for the 6th spot. I think there's kind of 3 teams. I mean, technically, only Cass is clinched, but I don't know. It feels like it's going to come down to like me, you, and Benjamin's team for that last spot. Yeah, it feels that way.
My team's falling apart a little bit. I'm playing Cass this week, so that's an L. I actually got really lucky that I didn't have a second quarterback this week because, Herbert on bye, Burrow not back, Gabriel concussion. So I got lucky because I already had Mason Rudolph on my bench, and with Aaron Rodgers getting ruled out, I was like, oh, I at least have somewhat of a chance. But
yeah,
I don't know. Cass's team is they're a tough one to beat. So
yeah, I want to go back. Like in the offseason, we need to go back and like talk about these leagues because Cass went very heavy with rookie picks. He was just like every time it came around to him, basically like after round like 6 or 7, it was just rookie pick. And I know he made some moves he traded a lot of those picks and stuff, and it's kind of worked out for him really, really well. So I got 2, I'm playing Down with Fun and Proposition Joe. Those are, I think, like the 2 worst teams. I think Brendan's there too, but I think Joe and Down with Fun are the 2 lowest scoring teams in max points for. So I get them in 2 of my 3 matchups here. So I'm making a push for that second seed. I hope we get it.
Nice. And I just want to edit Rip Lips' comment because it totally gave me Fury Road vibes. I know why he said Victory Road, but like, just,
maybe that's what he was going for.
I don't know. It just reminded me. And I don't know. He's got a little bit of a Mad Max vibe going in his picture down there. So
yeah,
he kind of looks like what the fuck's the guy's name? Have you seen Furiosa, the second one?
I don't know. Let me see. No, I haven't. That came out last year.
Last year, I think.
No, I haven't.
I can't even remember the main guy's name, but he's a psychopath.
Yeah. But we'll definitely be talking about these, or maybe we should talk about them once playoffs get going and stuff like that. But appreciate you, Rip Lips, as always. And good luck this week. As a commissioner, do you ever kick out novice teams to raise the prestige and standard of your listener leagues? I think you wanted to say, or leader leagues. I don't know. I've kicked out many, and now with my final 12 to getting the boot, I have no friends to ask advice. Some get fleeced inactive. For home leagues, I don't really do that, because it's usually like friends and family, and it's like we've been playing together for almost a decade or something, or a decade, and but I think for listener leagues, it's definitely important to make sure people are on top of their shit, so and it's mostly just like being on, like, starting your lineups and making moves and stuff like that. Like, I don't really like judge people like, oh, you came in last place or anything, because it's fantasy and it happens. I don't even judge people for like necessarily making what most people think are bad trades or something, if I can find at least some kind of logic there with it. So
yeah, as long as they follow this advice, respect the commish.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that being said, we, for the first 5 or 6 years at least, like, we played with different people every year. There was always some changeover, partially because for some of those reasons, like just people not participating.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it just gets annoying, like, especially, halfway through the season where they're like, well, I'm out. And it's like, well, okay, like now it's on us to do it. And it just ruins the balance of the league, honestly, especially when people don't set lineups. It's like, at least play to talk shit to your friends, where it's like, oh, I'm the worst team and I beat you last week, which that basically happened to you, Mike, in our dynasty league. Like,
for what? The worst team?
Yeah, Moses beat you in our home dynasty league, and he's not the worst team. Dad's actually the worst team right now, but
when you get 10 points from Lamar and Herbert, and it's kind of,
it's a little hurtful
there. Dad needs to start.
Yeah, I need to fix his
Roman Wilson in his super flex.
Yeah, it's bad
because of no Aaron Rodgers. So, I guess he can start. Oh no, you know what? He needs to bring up Gesicki. Steve says flex Worthy or Parker Washington. I'm probably going to lead Washington for the upside. Personally, that's generally how I play. So, yeah, I think I would lean that way. Sorry, guys, we're just trying to fix a lineup here.
Yeah.
Where are you going there?
Yeah, I don't know. If it's PPR, I'm probably going to go Parker Washington. If it's half or non, I might go back to Worthy. I know he hasn't been producing a whole lot. He's still getting a decent amount of targets. I mean, decent, meaning like only 5 last week, but 7 the previous 2 weeks. Better offense, can always rip off one of them big touchdowns, even though I don't think Mahomes has really been throwing a lot of that.
No.
But yeah, so I think it's PPR, Parker Washington, half, and non. I think I'm going to go Worthy.
So Dad actually had Shedeur Sanders on the taxi squad, who's projected the most. So he is in the lineup. Shedeur.
Good job, Dad.
Good job. But I do think Gesicki needs to go in over Cooper Kupp. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to fix this lineup here. Where is Gesicki? I just had him.
Rip Lip said, no, I have the old man this week. He destroyed me the first week. I know, yeah. So now that we're in week 12, we've circled back. If your league is like regular like that, which not all of them are. I have some that are like, I'm playing the same guy I played 2 weeks ago. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I mean, that's MFL.
Yeah.
And not sleeper. So good luck, Rip Lips. Maybe Dad will whip you like he whipped me. I don't remember who said that.
Someone did, yeah.
In Zeus, but it was really funny. It definitely made me laugh. He's like, he had to whip you one last time. He beat me. He got more than double my score. I just did so shit.
Number 6, Jacob shares in Dynasty. Not sure what the number 6 part means. Or you have 6 shares, I guess is what you're saying, of Jacobs. Yeah, that's tough. Hopefully you have Emmanuel Wilson or even Chris Brooks. Be aware, Chris Brooks could take a little bit more than we're expecting. Probably not enough to start, but maybe enough to make it a little bit frustrating here for Emmanuel Wilson. Sorry, let me check in really quick here, guys. That's not the game. Ooh, I have the Seahawks Titans game. Yay!
Man, is the Seahawks defense? Are they going to score 20 this week?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so. Rip Lips, you're too kind. Who do you like, Charbonnet or Booty for the final flex there? I think it's Charbonnet. Are you talking about in Zeus League? So then, running backs have a little bit more of a boost in that league.
Yeah, and it's Tennessee.
Yeah, I'd probably go Charbonnet. What's he been doing? Yeah, he's going to give you probably double-digit carries and hopefully a couple catches. Oh, it's another league. Either way, I think I still go Charbonnet.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe it's Booty for some upside if you need it.
What I was going to say about Booty, it's like, what have we really seen from him when I keep thinking he's missed more than I thought, but Stephon Diggs has really emerged. I mean, they were kind of playing like wide receiver carousel throughout the year, so it's really hard to like pin down what the role is going to be. He's going to be out there for sure, but I don't know if he's going to be a focal point at all.
Yeah. Let's kind of speed through these a little bit here. We just got to that. I did like 15 moves right now. Sorry for all the updates, but I was like, oh, he has Gesicki on IR and shouldn't be, and then he has Shedeur Sanders. So I had to change a lot there. Yeah, we should make it a point to kind of talk about these leagues and just how it all went and stuff. Maybe it is better for the offseason. Who knows? Brissett or Darnold? Brissett or Darnold's an interesting one because Darnold has the Titans. I feel like they're going to want to have a get-right game for him. I think I still lean Brissett, weirdly enough, though. It could be just like a Darnold doesn't have to do anything type of game. So,
yeah, I think so too. As weird as that is, like as soon as I thought it, I was like, is that right? So I started like looking at it, and it's like, I think I am going to start Brissett over Darnold.
Yeah, that's fine. That's where I would lean to. So, but they're both close there.
Chris Hemsworth is the dude who plays. He's like the main antagonist in Furiosa. I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah. Raiders or Rams? I think the Rams are just a better defense. I don't know.
Yeah, they're playing the Bucks. The Raiders are playing who?
They're playing Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
So I don't mind the Raiders, but if you're dropping, like if you have to drop anyone significant to stash two defenses because you have the Rams and you're thinking of pivoting, I just stick with the Rams. But if you can hold those two defenses for a week, then probably the Raiders are better, a better start there. Start one full PPR: Kenneth Walker, Juwan Jennings, Travis Kelce. My tight end one is Bowers. My gut instinct here was Walker, weirdly enough, but that could be wrong. Maybe it's Jennings actually.
Oh wow!
Maybe it's Kelce.
I was thinking it was Kelce.
Yeah, I think it's Kelce.
That was my initial lean for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kelce there as well. RB2. So PPR RB2. So you need an RB and a flex. And so you're benching one of these guys. Who are we benching? Henderson or Wilson or JMO?
That's tough.
I want to start Henderson. Is Stevenson back? I haven't even freaking been paying attention to.
He is back.
I still go Henderson and I'll go Jameson over Emmanuel.
Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out which of the running backs I'm starting or which one I'm sitting. So that's good that you feel good about Henderson. Not that I don't like. I obviously like he just had like some crazy huge games.
Yeah,
Just with
Cincy as
Vermondre.
well.
True. I was just saying with
Yeah.
Vermondre back, we don't know how that's going to affect it, but I don't know. Sometimes it's one of those things. How do you put it back in the box? Well, sometimes they do, and it's just like, why the hell are you doing that? But I mean, the Patriots are a well-managed team, so
Bengals this year have given up 34 points on average to running backs. That's the worst. The next closest is 26. They're 8 points a game per game, giving up to running backs more than the next closest. The last 4 weeks, 41.5 points.
all right.
So yeah,
You convinced me because Henderson can. He even if he gets half of that, you're super happy. Like even if he has a 50-50 split.
And it could be a shootout. Flacco, there's always potential for shootout with Flacco. So, so you're benching Wilson or are you starting Wilson over J-Mo?
No. Yeah.
So Henderson, J-Mo for us.
And J-Mo.
Yeah. Purdy, Goff, or Bryce. Goff indoors against a good matchup feels like is the one I want to go. So I think I'm going to go Goff. I don't mind Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy was how I like seeing the three names. I was kind of like, it's Purdy, and then I was like, I better look at matchups and stuff. So, yeah, it's one of those two. I think I'm not starting Bryce.
Yeah, I like Goff. A little bit of hopefully have a bounce back game for them here. Jameis potential, can keep them in games and stuff. Mason Rudolph or Tyrod Taylor. Didn't mean to yell at. No worries there.
Taylor.
It's Taylor. Rushing potential there.
Yeah, rushing, and we've seen him play well enough anyways. We haven't seen anything from Rudolph this year, obviously. So
does the Baltimore matchup scare you? They've been third best against quarterbacks the last 4 weeks. They've given up less than 10 points a game to quarterbacks the last month. Yeah. I might actually go to Mason just seeing that now.
That is brutal. 10
points. 9.87 points. And somehow that's only third. Bills 9.79, Chargers 9.04.
What the hell is the scoring format? Well, okay.
It's probably 4 point, but still, I mean, it's not going to be that much more in 6 point.
Yeah. I know. That's still
crazy. Who have they played?
They played Cleveland last week, so a combination of Gabriel and Shador. Then before that, it was Minnesota, Miami, Chicago. So
not Murderers Row, really.
Yeah, not the strongest, but I mean, when you got Caleb and Tua in there, it's kind of like, oh, maybe you got to respect it a little. I mean, they're not awesome, but they're not scrubs either.
And Bears have, given up like 5th or 6th most points. I think I might just go Mason for the safety. I wouldn't be shocked that Tyrod was better, but I might go Mason for the safety there. Like, I feel confident Mason in a 4 point is probably going to give you at least like 13, 14 points. You hope for 15 when you're starting guys like this, which is essentially like 2 touchdowns and 200 yards or something roughly. But there could be a game for Tyrod where it's just like, I don't think it will because he can run the ball, but yeah, I think I go Mason for the safety there. What about Pierce or Tracy? Pierce or Tyrone Tracy? Probably Tracy. Lions matchup's tough.
I'm gonna go Pierce.
Yeah, maybe it is Pierce. It's close though.
A lot of Pierce questions this week, which I get. I didn't really realize how well he was doing. Like, I know the Colts are playing well, but I just haven't really been paying too much attention to them.
Yeah.
And he's been awesome.
Yeah, he has. Slightly into Pierce, not strong conviction there. Is Aaron Jones for Saquon 1-for-1 a bogus trade? It is, but I don't think it's vetoable. As crazy as that sounds, like, unless you can find some link to collusion there. I mean, like I want to say, okay, never mind. I thought Aaron Jones and Barkley maybe like are they even that far off? But they are pretty far off in points per game. It's a pretty bad trade. It is. I would be kind of upset if I saw that, but again, I don't believe that it's like vetoable to a certain extent, but it's not great. Not great there. Bryce or Shuck? I think I'll go Bryce.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's been really bad up until last week, right? Like, he had one game before last week with more than 200 yards, like all season. But yeah, I don't know what to expect from Tyler Shuck. So
49ers second most points given up to quarterbacks over the last month, and I feel like that's their defense has been getting pretty beat up over the last month, so it kind of correlates to that a little bit. So now who do they play? Again, you gotta, especially in a 4-game sample size, you gotta always look at that. They played the Brissett, throwing 60 times, Stafford, Dart, and Stroud, I believe that was. Maybe Davis Mills. I think it was Stroud. Yeah, it was Stroud. So yeah.
Oh, that's not good down at the
It's between a dad and son. The one getting Saquon is this. Yeah, that's enough for me
bad.
to reverse that. Yeah, I would call that out personally. That's exactly enough there to like why would you trade Saquon at 4 and set? Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense there. So I would definitely call that out, especially if you're playing in a money league.
Yeah, and is the 4-7 team actually eliminated from the playoffs? They might not be, but depending on the league, they could be, depending on settings and all that stuff. And so that's an easier way to just be like, not only does this trade suck, but you can't make trades if you're eliminated from the playoffs. You can't give players, like startable good players, to playoff contending teams if you're not in it.
Yeah, if it's like a 4 teams make the playoffs, he could be eliminated.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he is eliminated, then that's definitely it. I'm gonna go Pitts here, Frizzle. I'm gonna go Pitts over Juwan
Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, without London too, that helps Pitts, I think. So yeah.
Here I'd probably just go Godwin.
Yeah, Godwin over Tillman. Not mathematically eliminated. Well, that's a bummer, but I would still call it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, it was a ridiculous trade, but I think you have enough evidence there for potential collusion. But anyways, guys, we are going to take off. Rosters, lineups are getting locked anyways. We appreciate everyone that joined us. Shout out Rip Lips. You're way too kind, as always, to us. But we appreciate you. And we'll be back tomorrow after the game. What's that?
I said Dementis. I had to look at it.
We'll be back tomorrow after the game. And we appreciate you all. Thoughts on Daniel Jones or Baker?
I'm probably going to start Baker.
Yeah, I'm going to go Baker. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and catch you guys all tomorrow. See ya.